How's it going, guys? Here again with another video, and I just put a little bit of thought into this, and I thought when I was going through, my disorder, I look back and think what was the actually real things that helped me, and one of the things that helped me was finding pages or finding people, because you do so much research on this trying to figure a way out of it. So one of the best things was I used to Google a lot as well, but when I found something very specific, I thought I was the only one that was doing these compulsions, or like ringing an ambulance to the house, or going over to the local fire brigade station, to the paramedics, those type of things. I thought they were so. I thought I was the only one that was doing them, and that's why I was like, there's something like not right with these compulsions. But I used to find things on the internet. I remember finding someone who says that they used to drive up to the emergency room or the A&E, and they'd sit in that car just outside for hours, like, just giving them that relief from the anxiety, because obviously, why do we do that? It's the fact that we've been experiencing so much panic, that being close to the hospital just washes that away, because anything that can happen, we can just run in straight away or in medical help. And a lot of people feel the need to that, and I was definitely one of those. It was a big trigger for me. So yeah, I found relief in that, and yes, it's reassurance. Yes, it's ideally when you're recovering from a disorder, you need to get away from all that, all the googling, all the reading, everything. It's all about action. But this video is just for those out there who are going through certain ritualistic behaviors and compulsions. I just want to, speak a bit about mine. So it just makes you feel like you're not alone, and you're not like going crazy or something. And like, it's just, you'll be amazed like what the brain makes you do when you fear. When you're fearing something, when you're in danger, the brain will make you do anything just to revert back to safety, whether that's calling an ambulance to your house or running to safety behavior, or so many things, guys, that the brain will just make you do as a compulsion, like go to safety, go to safety, go to safety. And when you get to that safety, you feel okay momentarily, but it's not the right way forward in regards to recovery. But I just want to speak about certain things that just makes whoever's watching this, makes you feel not alone, that I was in the depths of this, guys. These disorders can get really bad, and I was one of those people who was extremely bad. There's cases where like the worst of the condition hits people, and I was one of those people. I had the worst of this condition, guys, for many years, and I'm going to get into a couple of things that stick out in my mind, that I look back and I remember my mindset when it was happening. I was like, I'm broken here. I'm depressed, I'm lonely, I need a way out of this. I can't live like this anymore. There has to be a way to overcome these disorders. I have to seek it, I have to get it. I love my life so much, I love my family so much, there has to be a way. So these things, like, I've been just reminiscing back on my journey with it, and one specific thing comes to mind is that I remember in my 10th year of recovery, so just about a year before I recovered, it was just the absolute worst. I was constantly ringing ambulances to my house, and Jesus Christ, I was what was called a frequent flyer. The frequent flyers are just people that, like, because I was like a hypochondriac back then. Like, I felt my heart was, oh fuck, I have to ring an ambulance, and that's so common for people with these disorders as well. But my compulsion was, OCD related, like, just, oh fuck, I need to engage in this compulsion by ringing the ambulance to get that relaxation or rest from the anxiety that I feel. So I was engaging in that compulsion of going up to the hospital, feeling okay up there, and just going home, completely wasting their time. The first couple of times they done all the tests, done everything, and then after that, then you come up for the 10th time, they'll just leave you there, like, and they're totally obliged to do that. Just, he's been up 10 times, we know what's wrong with him, it's on the list. He has panic attacks, and he's fine. They know panic attacks aren't going to like, I've spoken to the doctors up there, like, what do you do for panic attacks? And they say they literally just wait for people to calm down. That's it. It's the odd time they give medication. But they know they've dealt with it on so many occasions, millions of times. They just let the person just relax. So they knew that's what they're doing for me. So there was one specific time I went up, alright, and I must have went up at around 12 midnight or 1 a.m. in the morning. I went up to the emergency room, and I was just sitting there waiting to be called. And this is when I was absolutely broken. I lost all my weight. I don't think I had a bit of muscle on me. I hadn't eaten a dinner in I don't know how long. I was living on bowls of cereal like Cocoa Pops and slices of toast, cups of teas for a long time. I lost all my weight. I was so overwhelmed by I wasn't sleeping, and I was ringing these ambulances to the house, trying to, like, if I go up here, they'll figure something out. They'll get me the help that I need to overcome this. And I went up at around 12 or 1 a.m. And I remember just sitting there totally exhausted. But when I'm in there, my anxiety's gone. Because that was a big thing of mine, like being close to safety, because I had no belief in my body. I had no belief in my mind that I could calm this down myself. No confidence, totally depleted. And I was just sitting there, and I just thought, like, I'm just totally exhausted. And I remember just getting up, walking into like one of the lobbies right next to the hospital. And there was a couch down where it's the RCSI, the Royal College of Surgeons. And I walked in there at like probably 2 a.m, 2:30 a.m. And there was a couch where the students are. So there's no one in the dorm, there's no one, everyone's like gone home at this stage. And I seen a lovely leather couch. And I slept on that all night. And I'll never forget that. I slept on the couch. I woke up at 7 a.m. with the noise of students coming in to do their work. And that was a very, very sad day for me. That was one of the days where, like, fuck me, I'm in trouble. I'm sleeping in a bloody college next to the hospital. And I remember then I rang my friend's dad, and he's just an absolute gentleman. I was so blessed to have, at the end of this disorder, the last 3 years of my disorder, so many great people come into my life. It was time to change. It was time for me. I was being guided towards these people. And yeah, I called him at like 7:30 a.m. and he got up out of his bed, came and collected me. We went back home to his house, and he made me a cup of tea. He forced me to eat food, and we just sat there and talked about everything. And I ended up falling asleep on his couch for like the whole day. He was such a gentleman, like a father figure to me. And those were times, dark times, guys. Really dark times. So that's just one, scenario where I look back and think, fucking hell, the behaviours that I was indulging in just was not right. And that's just one of them that I look back and like, I was fucked. I was really bad. And I had no energy. But lucky I had amazing people around me to always go down. I was never alone with my thoughts at that stage. I'd always run down to my friend's dad and have a cup of tea with him. And he was just brilliant, like absolutely brilliant. And still to this day, I keep in touch with him so regularly. He'll always be a big part of my life. And also Sean, who helped me through the jogging. Never could have. What a blessing. These people were guided towards me. So that's just one thing that I look back and think, like I want people to know that, like, the compulsions that you're doing, like, it's just to get rid of the anxiety. You have no belief that you're still holding on to the fact that these symptoms can basically kill you or drive you crazy or give you a heart attack. That's why you're so unwilling to sit with them in your house or in the shopping centre or whatever. Yeah, so guys, I've plenty more stories like that, and I'm trying to think at the top of my head, what's another one that I could, so another one is I became really obsessed with my bike. I'd have this bike where I'd cycle around on it because I know if anything happened, I could get away safely because, I could get back home quicker if I cycled my bike. And I remember then I got such an attachment to this apparatus. That's what it really is, isn't it? It became like an apparatus to me. This bike, I felt like I could not be without my bike. And I remember then my auntie wanted me to go somewhere with her, very important. And I couldn't even jump in the car and go with her. I had to take the fucking wheel off my bike, take the two wheels off. They were the quick release wheels, so they were off in a couple of seconds. I put the whole frame of the bike in the back of the car with the two wheels, and I got in and we drove. And those type of behaviours, I'm just like, that's what this disorder makes you do. It's like you've no control over your confidence levels in your body to handle these harmless sensations of stress and anxiety. And you're just not forced into these behaviours, but the way the brain works, if your brain if that bike made me feel safe and going up to the hospital made me feel safe, my brain's going to attach onto that. It's like, keep doing that. But in reality, you're digging yourself a deeper hole in feeling that you need to do these compulsions. So when we're going towards recovery, I had to get rid of all that. All those recoveries. I had to stop ringing ambulances. I had to stop going on my bike. I had to stop doing countless of stuff, guys. I had to relearn how to live again. So that's just two. Literally, like, just two. There's many more. But I just wanted to share that with you, of these compulsions that when we're doing them, don't ever feel ashamed. But get on top of them. When you start to get on top of them, you know, we can't recover from these disorders if we're still latching onto these behaviours, guys. Okay, and that comes with becoming more confident in handling these bodily sensations, because the human body can go through absolutely tremendous amount of stress. Think of the people in wars coming back and, you know, how much stress they deal with. The body is so capable of enduring this type of stress. Okay, you don't need these compulsions, these ritualistic behaviours to get you out of this. That's what's keeping you stuck in the cycle. And until you come to the realisation of that and start to slowly break them habits down and indulge in new behaviours that promote wellness, that promote anxiety recovery, that promote healing from panic attacks and moving out of agoraphobic tendencies, then we'd start to heal. But that's just some very personalised stories that I've been through with my own recovery. I know when I get off this, I'm going to think, oh shit, I should have mentioned that and I shouldn't mention that, but I never really put thought into these videos. One of the things I do with these videos, I never even look back on them. I never rewatched, I think, any of my videos since I've made them. They're just out there. Whatever I said is whatever I said. Whether people take little nuggets of wisdom from them, which I always hope that they do, and that's why I put them up. You're not going to take everything from the video. Each individual will have their own little story of what they're currently going through with the disorder. And if my story makes sense, what I just spoke about now for 13 minutes, and they can take little nuggets of wisdom away, yeah, that's great. But I never put any, I guess, thought into what I'm going to talk about. I'll just get on and speak. But I know when I get off this, I'm thinking I should have mentioned that one or two things. But anyway, if that happens, I'll do a quick story about it and let you know what other kind of weird shit I got up to when I was going through this disorder. So that's it, guys. I'm going to post this video. Let me know in the comments what your compulsions were. Did you have anything that was similar to mine? Ringing ambulances, going out to fire brigade stations, taking your bike everywhere. Let me know what your compulsions were to alleviate your anxiety. Take it easy, guys. Have a good day.